again. I'm so sorry.
1, 2, 3.
It almost feels as if New York was waiting for Maggie and I to visit it. Sure, we've been there without each other, but now it was time to come together into this powerful unit to destroy the city. We honestly would do nothing near destroy the city, but we did have playtime, which is kind of a synonym for destroy the city in a way. Also, we could never destroy the city because we're little and we want to come back. Factor that into the response as well. We tried to get a cool landing video where you can see all the buildings as the plane lands on the grounds, but there were so many clouds from some bad weather that we had been having. So at the end of the day, Maggie and I didn't even see a building, a tall one at that, until the second day we were there. So if you're curious about a landing video, feel free to reach out to Maggie. She has a good 10-minute footage of us slowly descending in the clouds. And this plane just delivered 2 amped up girls in the city that never sleeps. Yeah, we're gonna hit the town. We had to take it slow the next morning for some reason. Our day started around 10. We went to the same place for breakfast that we went to dinner the night before. Because it was so good, let's challenge them and see what they can make for us in egg form. Like the locals we are, we played around Brooklyn. And we're both feeling like, don't talk to me unless I have my coffee. So we got some coffee. I ordered the evil shakerado. I like strong coffee, but this was sent from the depths. I should have been warned by them telling me it was like an espresso martini without the martini, but I wasn't. I ended up having to order a classic vanilla latte after this, just as recovery. And for the record, there's no beef between Joe and I. I want to go back there. I actually used Blickblock or TikTok, whatever you want to call it, to help me find some thrift stores. You know, we need some guidance, what's good, or start us off somewhere. We found some really good thrift stores. Say what you want to say, but TikTok played a crucial role in being my vintage store Yelp this trip. We took a walk from Brooklyn to the financial district. Once we arrived, we immediately went to work. We started investing in crypto, paying taxes, doing taxes, running Wall Street. We skipped rubbing the bull's balls. We don't need any luck here.
Who is that? Should we keep it? Yeah.
Now it was about late midday, if that's a thing, 3 or 4 p.m. Our electrolytes were low, we had headaches, and I brought us to Whole Foods. Maybe we can get an apple. And Maggie said, what the hell, Palace?
I think my favorite is gonna be the pistachio. Out of all the favorites, I think mine's gonna be this weird one that kind of looks like cinnamony, maybe honey. That, I feel like that might be my second. Let's try the chocolate first.
Okay.
Ready?
Cheers.
It's pretty good.
Now I want to try
Pistachio?
Are you still filming? I like
good.
that one more. I can taste this pistachio.
I like the nutty. Okay, this one, I think it's gonna be my favorite.
Oh, the way it went in.
That's what he said. Dude, I want the creamy stuff. Cheers.
I think pistachio. That one's good.
That one's my favorite.
That's my second.
Because of Maggie questioning my intentions, we were able to try some homemade Greek baklava rather than eat an apple on the side of the street in New York City and possibly get run over. After resting for a bit, we decided to go get some dinner back in Brooklyn. We took the wrong train. It took us a little longer than expected, but eventually we found out. On day 3, we got the pleasure of being escorted, in the non-weird way, by Allison, Maggie's sister. I mean, I can't even begin to say enough good things about Allison. She brought us to fun locations, navigated for us, and played with us wherever we wanted to play.
My name's Palace.
My name is Maggie.
And we're gonna be reviewing our coffee from Laughing Man. So tell them what you got.
I got a hazelnut almond milk latte. Okay. Yeah, that's the 7-1.
I got the salted honey latte and first sip ever. Oh gosh, I would say 7.1.
I am drinking a matcha with oat milk and a splash of simple.
Splash is simple.
It's delicious. Amount of like matcha-y.
So what would you rate it out of 10?
Maybe like an 8.2.
Now, how do we thank Allison for all that she's doing for us? We bring her to the biggest tourist traps in the place that she lives. Today was our touristy day. Everyone has to have one no matter where they go, and today just happened to be our touristy day. I'm talking pop-up bagels, Levan Bakery, Levain, if you feel so inclined, the Met, Central Park, all of it, we're doing it today. First, we grabbed bagels and ate them on the steps of the Met.
Wow, this is so good.
I really liked the bagel. It was like a little loaf of bread. If you're not into little loaves of bread, or you can't have little loaves of bread, I would steer clear. After eating breakfast on the steps of the Met, it was only fitting that we go to the Met. Mind you, we actually had the Met visit planned before the bagel visit, but that's a minute detail. The Met was really, truly beautiful. I lost Maggie and Allison a few times, but the important thing is that we all came out together. Once we finished at the Met, I made it our permission to visit Levain Bakery. I'd wanted to go here since I first visited New York about 2 years ago. For some background on this, I've been making these Levain copycat peanut butter cookies since I first visited. And let's just say, the folk love them. Simply put, there was a lot of hype, a lot of aura for you young kids around Levain. I'll just rip the band-aid off. I wasn't too impressed. Anyway, let's move on. Allison took us to this diner pub place, whatever you want to call it, on St. Patty's Day. It was green on the outside, green kind of on the inside. Works for me. I'm in. Let's go. Afterwards, Allison had to leave us to go to a St. Patty's Day little celebration, so Maggie and I decided to explore the city. We went to Starbucks. I know it's not just in New York, but it's reliable, it's good, and in fact, I got the best vanilla sweet cream cold brew of my life. Thus, I'm not sorry about going to Starbucks. Oh, it smells like spring. And then we smelled the air, immediately got spring fever, and thought, let's go to Central Park.
Hey, how's it going? Can I interview you for a second?
No.
Do you want to sit next to me though?
Okay.
We sat on benches and guessed people's names. Don't ever tell your Uber driver you do that, because that will end the conversation right there. We watched some pugs scramble by, those little guys. Goodness. We called an Uber. We were gonna take the subway, but at that point, we were like an hour away from Brooklyn. But calling the Uber actually backfired on us, because we got headaches and nausea from continuous stop going that you do in a car. In a city, I mean, you know, stop go, stop go. So we eventually got food to fuel our throw up. We didn't actually throw up, but we could have. Day 4 was our last full day in New York. I mean, we're leaving in the morning, like 6 a.m. We have an early flight. Come on, we gotta hit it. But we started our day in our Airbnb, and I want to paint a picture for you. This Airbnb was amazing. Our bedspread, or a comforter, if you will, was 2 lions, and that just sold me. That was all I needed to know that I was safe. It was gonna be a busy day. Allison was here for us again. We finally had our buddy back. Thank goodness. Thank goodness gracious. And we went to SoHo. We went shopping to cool places. And get this, there was a Princess Polly store. I didn't get anything. Actually, no one in this 3-friend group got anything. But I didn't know that was a thing. I thought that was only online. It's a real life store. So we both bought a few clothes. I actually got this little white sweater. Maggie didn't get this top, but everybody tell her to go back to New York to get it. And our little joyful bottoms stumbled upon Blank Street Coffee. And of course, we had to get their matcha. Maggie actually didn't like matcha before this, and this was her convincing factor.
Is that going? We are at Blank Street Coffee, the green room in New York, SoHo. I thought it was only seasonal spring strawberry shortcake. Oh my god. Oh. That's what I'd have to say. So that's a solid 9.
First sip, white chocolate.
White chocolate booty.
That's like an 8.7.
If you're trying to convert yourself into a matcha drinker, this could be your first step. It is sweet, sure, but sometimes that's how you have to start before you can get into the hard stuff. We searched for some vintage stores or some cool looking places, and we actually stumbled upon a few. We Google mapped our way to one, and we were kind of looking outside like, oh, is this the place? There weren't really any big name titles on the outside. What are they called? Like, we just couldn't tell what building we were going into. But there was this guy dancing outside of a building. He said, you guys are coming in here. He was right. We were looking for that place. Lamb, I think that's how you say it. Then, like the old souls we are, Maggie and I sat on a park bench waiting for Allison to come back to meet up for an early dinner and drinks. She took us to a rooftop. This was basically ultimate playtime. Once we checked the time, though, we realized we were about to be late for our Broadway show. There was no time for a 45-minute subway, so we had to Uber. Even then, we were still running late. So like complete superheroes, we jumped out of the Uber, hopped over people. The best way I know how to describe this is similar to the works of Batman and Wonder Woman, but we made it on time to see our Broadway show, Moulin Rouge. Pardon my French. It was phenomenal. I think Maggie liked it too. I hope Allison had fun. And I think at the end of the day, all you need to remember is that when you go on vacations, you need to have fun. Don't go to Whole Foods. Don't go somewhere that you're always going at home. That's not the point of it. And the point is to dress fun, or what you think is fun. Even if that's a headband that makes you look bald, you should do it. And that's it for New York in March.
Yeah? Yeah. You want to take a picture in front of here?
Yeah.